Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. The Caitlin Clark-Angel Reese controversy is bigger than basketball right now. It started with a missed call on a physical rebound and a reaction from Clark. But what came next turned heads across the WNBA. As rumors of hateful fan comments spread, Caitlin Clark didn't stay silent. This video will be little long as we covered some sports analyst reaction. Watch it all. This one play between Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark has the whole internet on fire. This Angel Reese-Caitlin Clark controversy is insane. Watch the play. Reese clearly fouls the other chick, pushing her in the back with both hands to get the rebound. Clark points to it, and then when the call isn't made, fouls to stop the open layup. But what happened after the play is what's got everyone talking. From on-court tension to disturbing things heard in the arena, Caitlin Clark finally speaks out. And her words set the tone for the entire league. And watch some analysts' reaction to this hateful comments by fans.
They're investigating alleged comments, hateful comments from fans towards Sky players. We talked about this in the past. Now it should be an inclusive environment. You want to speak on that?
Yeah, there's no place for that in our game. There's no place for that in society. And, certainly we want every person that comes into our arena, whether player, whether fan, to have a great experience. So I appreciate the league doing that. I appreciate, the Fever organization has been at the forefront of that since, really day one and what they're doing. So we'll, hopefully the investigation, we'll leave that up to them to find anything and take the proper action if so. It's super loud in here, although I didn't hear anything. I think, that's why they're doing the investigation. That's why they're looking into it. That doesn't mean nothing happened. So you just trust the league's investigation, and I'm sure they'll do the right thing.
Well, Angel Reese is obviously and clearly taking too much heat because I believe a lot of people are using this situation as a cover for their innate vitriol and maybe their innate kind of racism or racial tension or racial misunderstanding. And now that they have been given a reason, at least a reason that they're going to try to take, which is Angel Reese reacting to Caitlin Clark's foul, now this is their opportunity to say what they always wanted to say, but they needed a mask put on to cover up the innate whether it's racism or the innate prejudice or just the innate hate that they have for Angel Reese and the way in which she carries herself. That's my issue with all of this. A lot of individuals don't even watch the game of basketball, let alone women's basketball, but have so much to say about Angel Reese because they always wanted to say it. They just needed a reason to say it.
If there are fans who are saying racial slurs, they should immediately be kicked out and banned. And that is something that has been done in the NBA. We just had it happen recently with Draymond Green. There was somebody who was saying hateful things to Draymond Green, and he was kicked out and he was banned. There's stuff that has happened with Russell Westbrook. There was something that happened even last season with Caitlin Clark, where she notified security, told them about the fan, and he was escorted out. Those things, I am on board with the league. I'm on board with you guys. Yes, please. There's no space for that. There's no space for that. But if you want to grow as a league, you have to make space for actual sports fans.
I think folks that truly love the game of basketball need to be mindful. You need to respect the humanity of these women, whether you are Team Clark or Team Reese, although you can certainly be both, right? The aftermath, the fact that the WNBA has to put out a statement because of racist comments and unsafe conditions toward Angel Reese. I just want people to be mindful that whether you like it or not, anytime something happens with the two of them, one is automatically put as a victim and one is automatically put as someone who needs to be saved, when in reality, both are excellent competitors. They both said this was a basketball play. Now, Greeny, let's be honest. If this was the other way around, oh, Lord, you can only imagine how the conversation would have gone.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. And when you think about this circumstance in this day and age that we're in, a lot of people project their own subjective feelings on these ladies as, people that have gotten to know them. They just want to compete at the highest levels. Once the play was over, they were on to the next. But I'll lastly say this, when it comes to racism and the hateful rhetoric and the statement that
Angel Reese believes she's underpaid. In a league benefiting significantly from Caitlin Clark, Reese hates the one player who might lead the league to profitability. Reese hates the player who has made her rich and famous. Reese is probably the 30th best player in the WNBA. Because of her one-sided feud with Caitlin Clark, she's arguably the second most recognizable player in the league and earning millions of dollars off the court. This is insanity. Why hate Caitlin Clark? You're nothing without Caitlin Clark. Male basketball players, they finance the WNBA. The league directly benefits from the patriarchy. But Angel Reese and all the rest, they hate the patriarchy. Gratitude is at the foundation of a biblical worldview. Under the leadership of the black matriarchy, gratitude has all but disappeared from black culture and has been replaced by entitlement and exaggerated self-importance. Black women and men argue that we built this country. It's an illogical claim from a demographic that has been
Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy RG3, and I just wanted to get on here and talk to you guys because there's been a lot of buzz, a lot of conversations about my sports take that Angel Reese hates Caitlin, which was purely based on this. I think all of you know there's a line in life that you just simply don't cross. Wives and children are always off limits, and Ryan Clark has sprinted past them. Ryan Clark didn't like my sports take that Angel Reese hates it, and that's fine. It's okay. It's part of the game. Sports media, I'm gonna have an opinion. This person might not agree with it. That person might not. What you don't do is turn around and personally attack me and my family just because you don't agree with a sports opinion that is purely based off the sport. And make it personal. But what that really shows is just how low of a person Ryan Clark is. But Ryan, cross the line, man. Made it personal.
I don't have an issue with the foul. I thought it was a hard foul. Yep, I thought the refs got it right, and to Angel's point, move on. My issue wasn't even with the foul, right? If you're going to foul somebody, I was always taught you don't give up an easy basket, period. And that's what I thought Caitlin did. My thing with that was, stand in it.
Stand on business.
Yeah,
okay.
right? Don't walk away. My other issue was, I also have always been taught when I played, go grab your own teammate, don't come grab my teammate. So where Aaliyah Boston went over to Angel and was kind of like, we ain't gonna do that. To me, you got to go get your own teammate. I didn't have a problem with the foul. I thought it was a hard foul. I thought the refs got it right, and then you keep on playing. I got issues with all the other stuff that came along with that, not that foul.
Kenyon, familiar with these situations. I think you've always been, like Cheryl said, you grab your own teammate, because when you step in, things tend to happen when you try to mess with the opposing team's players. But
I'm sorry.
She was walking off.
But the other part of that is, where were Angel's teammates?
Caitlin was walking off, so there was no need for nobody to grab her.
But don't grab my teammate.
Well, I dig that. I hear you in that regard, but there was no need for her to grab Caitlin. Caitlin was walking off.
But Aaliyah actually kind of
Cardozo
shoved Angel a little bit.
That's cool. I got no issue with none of it. It's just basketball soft as hell right now on both sides of it. There ain't no damn flagrant foul, man.
That's not a flagrant.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more great content. See you in the next one.